All right, guys, so let's get moving here. All right, so we've got our game just about set up with our layout. So we've got our grid, our tic-tac-toe grid, got our current turn label up in the top left corner. And just to make sure constraint-wise on that, I think last video we left off, we were having some issues with that. Put your label in the top left corner, all right, and then you just need to go to our pin menu. You're going to turn on these two options here. You're going to turn on fix and width and height, then hit add for constraints, and then that'll take care of it for you. Okay, so we'll fix that up here. So what we're going to do next, and I've already done this here, so you don't have to watch me do this for a minute or two here, is we need to go ahead and add outlets and everything for our labeled in our game view. Okay, so what it should look like. All right, after you get done with everything is you should have an outlet for each of the game of the labels here. Okay, we want to get an outlet for our current view here, our current turn label up in the top left corner. So this is current turn label, all right, which is right here. Okay, then our game view. All right, to get the game view one, you're gonna have to probably come over here and control drag from game view and let that go. All right, and then set that thing up. Okay, so go ahead and do that. Okay, again, I'm not gonna go through and do that one by one. Again, we should be okay set up outlets, but again, when it's all said and done, we're all set. And remember the current turn label. I'll zoom in on the screen here, just so you know which one is which here. This current turn label, that's the label, as you can see. Scroll that down. Okay. You can see as the label highlights in the top left corner, that's the current turn label. The game view is the whole box there. Okay, so go ahead and get those set up. All right, and then I'll pause here for a second, and then pause the video and get those up. But when you're ready to go, unpause the video, and we're going to move forward. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do. Okay, so after you get done with your outlets, welcome back here after you've got the outlets hooked up. So we're going to add something called a tap gesture recognizer to the game here. So basically this is going to be what the user, or is going to give the user the ability to tap on the different sections of our tic-tac-toe game and register the tap and then create an X or an O based on whose turn it is. Okay, so let's go to the bottom here. Let's type in the word tap. All right, so we're going to search and, find this tap gesture recognizer, and this is what we need. So just like anything, we're going to drag it out onto our storyboard, but very important when you drop it on your storyboard, make sure, as you can see when you move it around the screen, different things highlight and different things show up. You want to put it on this black part of the screen, the game view. So don't drop it here where it says label 2 or up here where it says view. Make sure it says game view. That's where it needs to be, and let go. Okay, you won't see anything on the screen here, but if you look up top, you'll have the tap gesture recognizer located up top there, and that is what we are looking for here. Okay, so now let's go ahead and we're going to make an outlet for it. Okay, so if we can go to our outline view here, we'll go split screen. Okay, now excuse me, we're actually going to make a an action for it, not an outlet, action here. Okay, so we're going to control drag from tap gesture. All right, we're going to go right about here. Okay, we're going to go action. All right, we're going to go ahead and give this thing, a name of on tapped, and we're going to go ahead and connect that. Okay, and then once that goes in, if we inside the center here, go ahead and type in. We got to add object here, so we got any. We're just going to go ahead and go any object on that for me. We've got our action set up. All right, so we'll come back in here and code that in a moment. That's our action. Okay, so that'll go right here on the bottom. Go back to full screen. All right, we're going to go inside of our view controller. All right, we're going to take a look at our code. So what I want you to do, I've already done this up top here, is I want you to create an array. All right, so this is our location array. All right, so this is basically going to store all the labels. So go ahead and create it just like I have it here, var location array. And then we're going to set that up. We're going to cast it as a type of UI label with our exclamation point. Okay. Inside view did load, we're going to instantiate the array or make it come to life here. So we're going to type location array. Then you're going to type all the labels inside. So basically when the view loads up, all the labels get added to the array and then they're going to be able to be used in our next step. All right, so go ahead and do that. I'll pause for a second while you get that code set up. So again, add a location array above view did load, and then inside view did load, add the labels to it. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead again. If you pause the video if you need to, but let's go ahead and move on to decide what to do when we are tapped. So the first thing we need to do is figure out where did the user tap on the screen. So we're going to create a constant called selected point. Alright, so this is going to pick up wherever the user's tapped it, we're going to pick it up in our code so we can use that location. So we're going to go sender.location, okay, and then we're going to go in, I gotta learn how to spell here, in game view. Okay, so basically what's going to happen here, it's going to pick up this this game view code here, and it's going to do a couple different things for us. Yeah, so that error went away. I was just making sure for that. So selected point, it's going to be basically, that's going to be where you tap on the screen. So when we get that, we're going to then basically use a for loop where we're going to loop through all the labels, okay, and then we're going to place a value into the label. So now again, we're going to do some code right now. Again, we'll have some errors that will pop up momentarily here, but again, we're just kind of do this step by step here. We'll make this all work here. Okay, so now we're going to type for label in location array. Okay, so basically it's going to look through our location array, and we're going to check to see what the selected point is of where we've tapped. All right, so we're going to do an if statement. So we're going to go if, okay, label dot frame dot contains, and we'll type in selected point. That's basically just saying if we tap on the screen, okay, the frame of that label contains the point that we've selected. All right, we're going to go ahead here and we're going to place value into label. Okay, now this is a function we have not yet created. Okay, so that's why we're going to get an error right now, but in our next screencast we will create this function. But basically at this point, we're just working through it this way. Okay, so as of right now, we're going to pause this video here, because the next step's kind of detailed, so we'll hold off on moving on to that one. We'll just devote an own video to that one. So just make sure your code's working up to this point. You won't be able to run it because of the error, but there's really nothing too much happening now. But we're going to stop the video there. Again, if you have questions, shoot me an email or anything like that. I'll try and help you out via that. But right now, we're good. Nice job. We'll see you in the next video.